Hello, 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 mi gente. What is going on? It is your girl, Idylli, and you are on the Speak Easy with Idylli show. Let's grow. It is another Tuesday. Can you guys believe? Listen, I'm going to calculate how many Tuesdays we've been coming on at 8 p.m. every single week. I promise you, since I started this journey, I missed once, and it was because I had COVID. Like I was sick. Like I wanted to come on so bad. And my coach and mentor was like, no, like it's okay. Like you're all right, right? Get your rest, do your thing. And I had to definitely do that. But I have literally been coming on every single week. And I'm so grateful that guess what? You all come on here with me. Listen, I don't take it for granted. I don't take it lightly that you have come and decided to spend your time with me and my special guest. Thank you so much. And for those of you who don't catch it live and catch it on the replay, you know I love my replay. Let me know if you're watching live or on the replay, okay? Let me know if you're watching live or on the replay. I see Tennille. She said, oh, you look nice tonight. Thank you, boo. Thank you, girl. You know, just a little something I put together last minute. Or I've been getting ready for the last 2 hours, whichever one you want to say, right? But I have a few announcements before we bring on our special guest. I'm really, really excited about. So again, welcome, welcome, welcome. My girl says she is watching it live. Thank you so much. Those that are joining on Instagram as well. And shout out to my YouTube people. I never shout out the YouTube. Listen, mi gente, I just been so like IG and Facebook. It's YouTube. I know you're out there. I know these are on here. I know people are watching. Thank you. Thank you for being on and for sharing this information. You guys share this, you like, you send me DMs, you comment. It means the world to me. But I do have some announcements. As you guys know, I help women be unapologetically who they are while growing into who they're meant to become. I started this podcast just me. I was literally growing. It was just me every single week. And then we revamped because I'm spirit led. And I was led into creating a platform. Now that the audience was built, to create a platform where people can come and tell their stories and, you know, their hero stories and their growth stories and their next level stories and share their business and their entrepreneur life. So if you feel that you have a story, you have a testimony, you have something that you want to share, make sure you hit me up to book. We are booking in September right now. So I'm looking to fill up September. Okay. Let's grow. Let's get it. Okay. However, as you all know, like I said, I help women be unapologetically who they are while growing into who they're meant to become. And I do this via bridging the gap between strategy and action, between discipline and accountability. There's a gap there. And so I literally am super excited to have part 3. Listen, the fact that I'm even saying part 3, I can't. Okay. I just can't. Listen, turn your story into a business part 3. I'm going to show you how I was able to turn my story into a full-time business. I started doing this part-time. I went into full-time income. And I'm going to show you how I was able to do that. If you've had a story, if you can ask yourself this question, what is that one thing that you do at your absolute best with the least amount of effort? And you would like to know how to turn that into an income, how to turn that into a business, how to become an entrepreneur, how to grow a side hustle, or maybe you already have a business that you want to scale to the next level, right? You want to learn how to tell your story into that. That's happening on August 1st. August 1st. We're going to start the month fresh. It's a Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Literally, I'm not holding back nothing. We are going all in, all in. I don't have no flyer. I don't have no special thing. Here it is right here. This is the link. You want to register? You want to join me? You want to get to the next level? You want to earn an income? Listen, I'm going to count the months. We're in July, August, September, October, November, December. We're 5 months into 2020 to 2025. 5 months. 5 months until 2025. It is definitely time to get to the next level. And I'm going to show you how I was able to turn my story into a full-time business in a free class. Like literally, free class. SpeakEasy with Idylli.com/how3. This is number 3. This is coming back with a vengeance, y'all. The fact that I'm even celebrating that I've done 3 of these, not including all the other ones I've done, just the particular title, right? So I'm really, really excited for that. But let's grow. Let's get it. As you guys know, we have the core values at the SpeakEasy community: courage, confidence, clarity, right? Which is what we're going to be getting on August 1st. Consistency, because none of this works if we're not consistent. And contribution, because we were put on this earth to contribute. And that's what we're going to be doing here today. We're going to be contributing. The community is going to be contributing to an amazing, incredible story that we're really excited to bring up. Now, here's the thing. Listen to her story. Some things are caught and some things are taught. She might say something that could change your life. And it's only just her telling her story and what she's been through. She's a high school teacher. Mi gente, we got to pray for her already. Because I'm a teenager. And I know she got some girls because that's actually how we met. But like, I could not, especially nowadays, be a high school teacher, right? It's not an easy task. And she does so with such grace and such authority and such a stand that I'm super proud to have her here on the show. Miss Erica Simmons, did you make the call?
Hi.
Yes, love the energy, girl. Let's go.
How
Welcome.
are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you.
That
Thank
is
you for
so
having me.
Oh, no, thank you for coming. Thank you for taking the time out to come and share your story with us. We really, really appreciate it. We're excited to hear about you and what you got going on. And so we're going to start with that. We're going to start at the beginning. I know that you're in a location and we're going to talk about that. You guys, I'm so proud of her. You have no, like, we're going to talk about where she's sitting right now, right? But for now, let's talk about where are you from? Were you born in Tampa? I don't even think I know that. Were you born and raised here?
Not at all. I am originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I grew up in the suburbs up there. And then in 2004, that's when I graduated high school, I moved to North Carolina to go to college. So I went to Bennett College for Women in Greensboro, North Carolina. I stayed out there for about 10 years. And my parents, they moved out here to Florida. So when I started my little family, they were like, you need to come home. You need to be closer. So finally, when I was pregnant with my baby girl, I was like, okay, I guess I'll come to Florida. And so that's how I ended up in Florida.
Okay, so all your babies were born here and they're all raised here.
Nope. So my son, Joseph, who will be 11 on Monday, he was born in North Carolina. And then my baby girl, Jada, she was born here in Tampa, right at Tampa General. And then when I got with my husband, he had 5. So I have my +5. So, our big family, our big blended family of 7. So they were all born and raised here in Hillsborough County.
She said family of 7. When y'all go to the restaurant, you're like, family of 7, please.
Go to a restaurant. What? We don't take all of them.
With a family restaurant. We ain't taking all these kids. We go me and him as a day, get away from everybody.
Some days it's all the girls, some days it's all the boys, maybe just the younger ones, maybe the older ones, but everybody at once, that's a rarity.
Right. I can imagine. That's a lot. And so then you came to Tampa, you're living here, you have your life, you have your babies. Do you have brothers and sisters?
I do. Yes. I have 2 sisters, Ashley and Jasmine. My sister, Ashley, she lives in Tampa. She owns a hair salon. She does natural hair. So she has her own business as well. And then my baby sister, Jasmine, she lives up north. And she is a therapist, so she has her own counseling center as well. So I'm
Mm,
very, very proud of them. And then
amen.
I also have three other siblings still in Pennsylvania. I have an older brother. He's in Harrisburg, and then not three, four, four, four other siblings.
Oh, y'all are deep
Five,
too.
yeah, yes.
Okay.
We just had a new addition, so yes. So they're in Pennsylvania as well
A new
still.
addition sibling?
Yes, yes.
Your parents had another baby?
Yes. Yes, my father did. My father did, yes. So
Wow. Okay. I hear him. Hey,
I haven't
listen.
met her yet, but I'm like, hey, she's a blessing. So she's a blessing. She
Amen.
was meant to be here. So I can't wait to meet her. So
Amen. Amen.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I thought you were gonna say like a adopted, like, nah, your daddy's still going. Okay, let's go.
Right.
Let's
Right.
get it. Let's grow. I love that so much. And so, yeah, growing up, were you always entrepreneur? Or did your mom and dad just have it? Because I asked because you tell me now two sisters have their own business. Now you do, plus teaching, and we'll talk about that. But
Now that you say that, it's 100% my mother. My mother. She paved the way. Before when I went away to college, she had two daycare centers back home that she
mm,
owned. So she worked, and then when she had my sisters and I, she was more stay at home. And then she opened up her own daycare, and she had those two daycares. She was running it back in Pennsylvania. Um, I remember her
mm,
doing that. And then when I went away to college, they moved out here to Florida. She didn't open the daycares here, but she's always been into crafting as long as I can remember. She's always been into like interior decorating as long as I can
mm.
remember. So
Okay.
that's
So that makes
definitely
sense where
my
you get a little bit of your talent from, right?
yes,
I
yes.
love that. I love that. That's where you get a little bit of your talent. Okay, that's awesome.
Mhm.
And so you said you went to college. So did you always know you want to be a teacher? Mind you, mi gente, let's remember she's a high school teacher, right? That's tough.
Funny story. I never wanted to be a teacher. That was the furthest thing away.
Wow. Wow.
Never wanted to be a teacher. I remember being in college, and I did like an internship or something where I was like a TA at the I was like, oh no, I can't do this. Furthest
Hmm.
thing from my mind.
And
So
how did it turn out that way?
I met someone where my parents lived. They had like a whole Christmas block party,
Mm,
and we met someone. He was a dean at a school, and just having a big family, I was like, man, my degree is in science, and I was like, okay, maybe I should try it out. And he was just talking about, hey, we're looking for a teacher. He just, just in conversation. And I was like, well, maybe, I don't know. I worked at a physical therapy office at the front desk, receptionist, that's what I was
okay.
doing prior to. And I was like, well, maybe the summer's off. Oh, this was a charter school that he worked at. Okay. Four of my kids can come with me to school because it was a charter school. So it was K through 8. So four of them could be with me at
Mm,
school. I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. I've
right.
dabbled a little bit with like tutoring and just working with other kids. So I was like, I'll give it a try. So that was back in 2020. I did it. They hired me, and I started in February of 2020. We went on spring break, and guess what happened? COVID.
Yeah, wow. So you started as a teacher and then ran right into COVID.
Ran right into COVID, and I had to teach
Wow.
online my first year
Wow.
to fifth graders at the time.
With your kids with you. So much for them not being in
With
school. That was the whole goal. That was the whole
with
purpose. So they could be in the school and now they're next to
all
you.
7 kids were home.
Wow. Talk about plans. Wow.
Yes. So
But you
that was
made it.
interesting. But
You
yes, I
made it.
made it because look at me now. It's 2024. So that was 2020.
Yes.
It's 2024. And I've definitely have come up from there, because I
Yeah.
started in the 5th grade, and then I did middle school, and then that's what got me into, after I did the charter school thing, and then I wanted to get into Hillsborough County public schools. So then I did that, but with my degree in biology, I was trying to get to high school. That was the goal anyway. I was trying to get to high school.
Right.
I love my high school students. You
Mm.
have so many different personalities, and you watch them grow. So
Mm.
I taught 9th grade, and they go from middle school to high school, and I seen them the next year go to 10th grade, and you see them
Mm.
start to transition. You see them grow up. You see
Yeah.
them, oh, I really don't want to be around that person, because they're not really doing much. You see them striving for excellence, which is always the goal. So
Amen.
I love
I
that
love
for
that.
them. So I love that for you. And then
Mm.
you have your older students, your seniors and your juniors, and then you're talking to them, and they're just living life. And then you start to reminisce about what it was like when you were in
Mm.
high school.
I
And
know. And then you're like, oh, I could go back. Oh,
yes, yes.
I love that.
So
Listen, Erica, that is such a kindred spirit. I love that you're able to share this joy. You can actually see it. You see it in your face. I mean, somebody sees in the comments. That's incredible. I see how she sees it. Like they're seeing it, how you see how most people are like, they're running right from it. I
yep,
love how you've accepted it, you've loved it, and you're able to see the good, right? In what the
yes.
process is, because I'm sure, they're going through puberty and there's some things that are up and down, of course, but you
Always.
you're seeing the good in what these kids have, and we
Always.
need more teachers like you. We
Yes.
need more teachers
And you
like you.
and you
Listen,
can't hold a grudge with them, because they're kids and they're learning. So they believe that they're right.
yes,
And you have to find a
girl,
way to help them
yes,
understand that maybe there's another way.
right. And I know because I got that 17-year-old daughter who she believes she's right about everything. She's probably watching. I love you, girl.
I
You
know.
know,
We love you,
but
girl.
but yeah, I mean, it is such an honor to have a teacher on here and just really speak this way about kids and to actually love it, because you're really changing lives, Erica. Here's the thing. People always remember that teacher. I'm pretty sure, hey, in the comments, drop it. If you know that teacher that changed your life, or that one teacher, for me, it was Mrs. Williams, right? It was at Job Corps. It was Mrs. Williams. I'll never forget. She pushed me. She was like, you can be, just because you're in Job Corps doesn't mean anything. You can be anything that you want to be. You can grow no matter what, because she knew my life story. And I will
Mm-hmm.
never forget her believing in me in this kind of a way. Right.
Yep.
And so just the fact that you're able to pour into these kids, and one of the, hardest times in their lives, they'll never forget it. 30 years from now, they'll be like, oh, Miss Erica, Miss Carter, right? Did they call you Miss Carter?
Miss Simmons.
Miss Simmons, Miss Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Yep.
So, Miss Simmons, Miss Simmons, Miss Simmons. Oh, she changed my life. Trust me, okay?
And some of them even cut off the MON and just say Miss Sims. And I'm like, okay.
Like, okay. Run with it. Oh my goodness. I see some comments here, girl. Hey, babe, I have stories. I don't know. Keep that light. Yes. I had Miss Garcia and Miss Suarez. See, people know,
Yep.
right? People know those people that changed their life, right? And it was something that happened. Now here I see a couple of comments. Let's see. One says, hi, Miss Simmons. And then, oh my God, I never knew about that one who did hair. Your sister, I guess this is somebody who knew you. Because they're saying they didn't know. And they're saying, we love you too. This is Y'all Are Funny 77. Do you know who that is on Instagram?
Let me see. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's one of my old students.
Oh, no way. Look at that.
Yep.
Yes. And she's saying, we love you too. And then she's saying, Mrs. Let's go. Somebody else, the real Mrs. Cahoon, is saying, let's go, E. So I think she also knows.
Oh, yeah, that's my cousin. Yep.
Okay. That's so cute.
She put Mrs. Girl, the students they don't care. Mrs., Miss, it's
or
only
Miss.
Miss.
Yeah, they don't.
It's only
yeah.
Miss. I tried. I gave up. After so long, I gave up.
Right. You know why? Because to them, it's more like a respecting versus a married and not married. They don't understand that transition yet. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like Miss, like, when you grow up, Miss so-and-so,
Yep.
please, with respect. And so definitely,
Yep.
taking the respect.
And I'll take
but I love that.
I'll take it.
I love that one of your students aren't like, this is real as it gets, y'all. I told you, mi gente,
Yes.
listen, this is as real as it gets. One of her students are on here talking about we love her too. And as you can see, the energy is growing and we love it. So let me ask you this. So now you're a teacher, you have 7 kids, you know, you and your husband are trying to manage and work things out. I mean, the economy has gone crazy, right?
Ooh.
And so you have a talent that, how did you realize? I mean, you decided to go into entrepreneur life and start your own business doing this. What brought that on?
So originally, my husband and I I think I was probably scrolling on social media, and I seen the cricket. And I told him, I was like, oh, babe, I want this. I want this. And one day during COVID, we were bored. He was like, let's go to Walmart. And I was like, what? He was like, let's go to Walmart. Get what you want. So I picked out the cricket, picked out
quick,
the press.
Wait a minute. You put the fast on quick. I know you got dressed fast. Like, hold on.
I'm ready.
What?
Like, what?
Get what I want.
No hesitation. No hesitation. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I love that.
I just really just wanted to try it out for myself. I just wanted to do it. I wasn't thinking about business opportunity, anything. I just did it because I wanted to do it. In high school, I used to sew. So I just like creating things, what I liked, so I enjoyed it. And then as the time went by, we had a family reunion. And my grandmother, she was like, oh, do you want to make the shirts? You should make the shirts for the family reunion. And I was like, okay, bet. She was like, you should sell it for let's make some money. And I was like, okay, yes, of course, it's not cheap.
Right, exactly.
So that's how it started. And then I was like, oh, I could really sell this. I could really make something from this. And then from there, YouTube University. I started watching different YouTube videos.
Yes, write that down, mi gente. Listen, the information is out there. This is 2024.
Yes.
Bro, YouTube University. I love that you just said that, right? If you have the action and the discipline to follow through with it, you use it. Like, that's awesome.
Yes. And that's how it started. And it started just like that. And I went through so many different business names. I was like, oh, it's going to be Erica, Erica's Designs. And then I started thinking about my nickname. So my nickname is Boom. And I was like, ooh, Boom Bedazzle or Boom this. I just think about all kinds of business names. Listen. Trying to figure out what was going to stick. And it's
BB's, Boom Bedazzles.
Yes. So.
And then you came up with Honeybees
Honeybees Customs. Yeah.
So how did you come up with that? I love it. I think it's beautiful.
So there's a friend of mine, both of her and myself, we started going to the casino. We were hanging out and we did the whole TikTok thing. So we had nicknames, Cheeky Q and Honey Biscuit. So I was Honey Biscuit. And
I was about to ask you what the B stands for. I did not think you were going to say biscuit. Girl. Honey Beautiful, Honey Bella, Honey something. She said the B stands for biscuit. Honey Biscuits Custom. I love that.
So I just cut off the biscuit and kept it as B.
Yes. No, that's a great story.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. And I love the logo here, right?
Thank you.
And I love that she says, we embody your vision.
Yes.
What does that mean to you? Like, when you say that to someone, what does that mean to you?
So when I say we embody your vision, whatever your vision is, I'm bringing it to life. So I love the fact that I do customs because everybody has ideas. So when we're talking and you have an idea and we're jotting it down and we put it together, that's the embodiment. That is your vision. And then to bring it life, whether it's on a shirt, a bag, a cup, just so you can represent, walk around so other people can see. So
I love that. I love that. That is an incredible way to share. And so you do all kind of things. You do cups, you do shirts, you do bags.
Yes. Anything that you can put vinyl, ink, anything that you could think of, I will try it, or I already did it.
Now,
Yes.
has this been an easy journey? Did you just start your business and everything's been flowing and now you're making, millions of
Ab-
dollars and everything's great?
Absolutely not.
Mm,
Absolutely not. I've definitely had highs, I've had lows, I've had just trying to figure out your price points, trying to figure out where you mess up. Dealing with people is a task
mm,
on its own because you do not always meet their expectations.
ooh,
Whether it's a miscommunication, whether it's something, because I use ink, so I use a color, it prints, but sometimes once you print it on the material,
it's not
it's
the
not
same.
it's not the same. I've definitely experienced that before. I've experienced vinyl that is annoying,
Mm,
drives me insane. I've
right.
ex- I've experienced making something for someone and then they tell me they don't want it anymore. They went with someone else
Wow.
without without a deposit. So then I eat that. So
Wow.
it
Right.
definitely, but then I have my good times. I have people who are constantly coming to me. They're like, "Oh, go to my girl." They're sharing my information. Um, People that I've never even met, they just, they're like,
Right.
"Hey, can
And I
you do
love how
this?"
you talk about, I love how you said, number one, you're not going to meet everybody's expectation. And that's the hardest part, especially with the servant heart, the way that you have. It's hard because you want to make everybody happy, right? And you want to make
Oh
sure.
my goodness, yes.
But and so that's a line, mi gente. This is a business tip 101. You got to cross that line. Even in the business
Yep.
that I'm in here in the coaching business, like I'm not going to satisfy everybody, right? And so there's
Mhm.
going to be some people who come in, there's going to be people who quit, there's going to be people who don't put the work in, there's going to be people who don't show up when they say they're going to show up, right? And there's just nothing that can be done about that part. All you can do is what you can do, right?
Yeah,
And do your
exactly.
best at it. And I love how
Ex-
you talking about some of your lows. Thank you so much for sharing that because it is so important for us to understand that business is not easy. How about if you would have just quit when those people didn't call you, right? Or you
it,
made a whole batch of stuff and they didn't even, and then they went with someone else. Not
yeah,
to say, oh, the party's canceled. Oh, we going with somebody else and leave
yeah,
you with the whole order.
yeah,
How
oh,
did
yep.
that, how did that make you feel? Were you upset?
Oh, I was very upset.
Okay.
I was very upset because I was excited. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be. It looks good." I'm like, "Oh, you did? Oh, okay." But it just made me. But those were my stepping stones. So that made me
Amen.
realize the things that I have to lay out whenever I have an
Mm.
order. So it's all stepping
Yes.
stones.
It
It's
changes the
stepping stones.
process.
It
I love
sure
that
does.
too. Listen, these are good tips, you guys. If you're not writing this down, I don't know what to tell you, but it helps you change the process. Well, I do know what to tell you. It's recorded. Go ahead and watch the replay, right?
Right.
But it definitely helps you change your process. Like, okay, now I'm gonna do this. Now deposits do this. Now do this, right? And just being able to know that there's always new levels that you're gonna grow to, right?
Yes.
But you have a gift. You're really good. I've seen some of your
Thank
stuff.
you.
Like you're really good. And I want to read some of the comments before I ask you about where you're sitting right now. But
Okay.
I see that you Addie says, "Hey Addie, thank you so much, Addie, for watching." She said, "Oh wow, my BFF bought me one too, the cricket." And then she says, "YouTube is Britannica Encyclopedia." Okay, that's definitely true. And
Yep.
she says a great tip to look into is hemp products, is the new cotton. She
Oh,
said,
hemp?
trust. And she's the hemp queen. So if you have
Okay.
questions, you can hit her up. You can find her on the comments. And it's the new cotton. She's actually created hemp blazers, hemp backpacks.
Ooh.
She's in Puerto
Thank
Rico
you,
doing this
girl.
thing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
So definitely you guys can connect later on. This is why I love what we do. This is what it's about, networking and connecting. And she's definitely the person you would want to reach out to that because then you can add that to your list of things. Like you have hemp products that you make, right? A hemp bag.
Exactly.
I love it. She said, yes, talk to me. She put her email in the chat, which
Yes.
later on after the show,
Yep.
go
I'm gonna
ahead
do
and
it back.
watch it. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Also, what we're gonna do, mi gente, is we're gonna have her in the chat, put her website so that you can go on and purchase or order or anything you have, or her email address, however you can contact her in reference to that. And we'll definitely have that for you guys. But I want to talk about, oh, and let me go here on Instagram. I do see some comments that say relate. Fooled me. I thought the B was for boom. The real Mrs. Callan. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that last name incorrectly. But she says she thought the last name was for boom. Honey boom. No, baby. Honey biscuit with some butter on it. Actually, it's a honey biscuit with the drip of honey. Because if you look at it right there, you got that little drip, honey right there.
Exactly.
So it's the biscuits with the honey is the best. It's the best. If you eat biscuits and jelly, I don't mean to offend you, but no, bro, no, it's not it. It's not it. But yeah, so I want to talk about something. So you and I had a call at the beginning of the year, and it was about some goals and just some questions and just a conversation, right, about your next level. And you talked about some things and that you wanted to have, and one of them was a office space, and you had some goals that you wanted to set. And I want to ask you a question, because you have been doing this out of your home, is that correct?
Yes. My bedroom, my living room, my mom's house.
Wherever you can talk the stuff. I love that. I love that so much. She said, wherever I could tote everything, that's where I was going, right?
Yes.
And tell me where you're sitting right now.
So right now, I am actually sitting in my very own office space. You see behind me, look at that. My very own space.
I love that. Listen, I'm getting emotional. One, we know each other way back. Our girls did pageants together years ago, and we stayed connected throughout the time. We're not best friends, right? We don't talk every day, but throughout the years, we've stayed in connection. I mean, how long ago was that, the pageants?
Was that like 2018, 2019? It was a minute ago.
It was a minute ago. So we stayed connected throughout this entire time, and I've watched her grow, right? And so when we had this meeting in January, and she tells me that she wants office space, and also the next goal is brick and mortar, because that was on, I'm going to call you out right now. It was on that page, right? I'm going to call it out right here in front of everybody. We're going to speak it into existence, right?
Yes.
She does want a brick and mortar store, right? So, but honestly, when she came to my event, right, like the one I'm throwing on August 1st, she came a few weeks ago, and she said, oh, I have an office space, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, at that moment, I'm like, wait a minute, what? So we had another conversation afterwards, another meeting. And I was like, do you realize that you met a goal? And it was in June. The event was in June. So from January to June, she set this goal to have her own office space, and she's sitting in her own office. You mean shout out my girl Erica, clap for her. Honeybee Customs. This is through the highs, through all the lows, through the people not showing up, through the time she wanted to quit, through the sweat, blood, and tears. This is through taking care of 7 kids. 7 kids, y'all. Listen, if she can do it, what are we really talking about here? Right?
Yes.
Well, she can have every excuse in the world. Not the kids got this. No, I can't do that. No, I don't got time. No, I can't fulfill this order. No, I can't. I'm stressed out. I'm tired. I'm sure she's had broken moments where she's cried. And here, right? She said, woo, right? Woo, right? But yet, here she is in her blessing, in her office space, right? And the next level is loading, where she will have her brick and mortar. Honeybee Customs will be, internationally known, where she'll have different products, where she'll grow and touch different people all over the world, right? Yes. And it's because she set a goal. She decided to go all in. And girl, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of myself. Thank you. There's nowhere but up. Like, I refuse to go down, only up from here. So, yes.
I love that. She said, I'm proud of myself. Girl, say that one more time.
I'm proud of myself.
Amen, sis. Yes. I know. I wish I could give you a high five too, because that was high fiveable for sure.
Yes.
Right? At the end of the day, we got to toot our own horn. No one's coming to rescue us. Yep. They're not. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Lord Jesus Christ is coming. He saved us already. We're already
Right.
saved. He is coming back for us. But besides that, no one's coming to rescue us. You are your own rescue. You want to start that business. You want to be an entrepreneur. You want to figure out how to turn your talent, how to turn your gift. You can do it.
Yes.
You want to join one of the classes that I have, join. If not, she said YouTube University. She started doing YouTube University years ago. Mi gente, the information is out there. This is 2024. It is available. It's in our fingertips.
Yes.
To get to the next level. Man, wow, what a story. I hear saying, I'm so proud of you. Keep doing you, boo.
Thank
That's
you.
called determination. That's a blessing. Wow, congrats. A bunch of claps over here going on.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Somebody's saying, right. Okay, let's go. Like, let's get it. People are proud of you. They're happy for you. Let me go back to the Facebook comments. Also the same thing. Yes. Woohoo. That's amazing. Congratulations. She said, pageants, me too. She was Miss 1989. Oh my goodness,
yeah.
I didn't know that about you. That's awesome to know. I did not know that about you. And Zeta says, hello, queens. Hey, queens. Hey. Yes. But man, thank you so much. Your story is incredible. I can't wait to have you back showing your brick and mortar and your next level. And I ask you one thing, that when the times get rough, because they will again, that you come back and you watch this episode, that you download this episode to your phone and you remember, right? Because we're rooting for you. All of these comments, all these people here, the SpeakEasy community, the SpeakEasy with Idylli show, right? We are definitely rooting for you, girl. If you need anything, you definitely hit up Honey Bee Customs LLC. We embody your vision, custom vinyl design, prints, and more. The phone number is here. The website is here. The email's here. Here's where you can get in touch with her. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, let me ask you one last question. If you had, let me get this off of the chat here. If you had 2 minutes to talk to the most important person in your life, and you knew that you would never be able to talk to them again, 2 minutes, what would you say?
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. That's all I would say. I would be just saying, I love you. I would probably be crying and just spending time. I would be speechless. All I could do, I could just give love.
Well,
honestly.
let me put it in a different way. If you had the 2 minutes to say, I love you, but you knew that you wanted to leave them something valuable so that they can, what would you say?
So that they can grow? Is that what you said at the end? I would definitely tell them to follow their heart, follow their dream, and never give up.
That's it. Follow your heart, follow your dream, never give up. You heard it from Tampa Bay's high school teacher, entrepreneur, Honey Bee Customs leader. Thank you so much, Miss Erica. I appreciate it. Gente, that is the show for this evening. I am so excited and grateful and honored that you decided to spend your time here with us. Please make sure that you connect with Miss Erica here. I'm going to put again, her Facebook is here. Erica Simmons, is that correct? I just want to make sure. And then Erica the IG Simmons is at eCarter86.
And also Honeybees Customs on IG. So it's a separate page as well. So you can find Honeybees Customs.
Perfect. So then I'll have you also put that in the chat so that you can so that you guys can connect with her. We'll put that in the chat. That is this week's episode. I'll see you guys next week. Remember, August 1st, the time is flying by. Let's grow. Let's get it. Also, if you have a story that you want to share, you want to be a guest on this episode, let's get it. Let's grow. Mi gente, again, Erica, I'm proud of you, and I know that you are.
Thank you. Yes, I am proud of you. I'm proud of me. Yes.
Proud of yourself. I love when you said that. You said, I'm proud of myself. Like, girl, I love that. All right, love. Have a good one. Good night, guys.